All righty, traders. This is Blake Morrow. You are listening to the daily Roundup webinar. I hope you guys are doing well. I don't think you guys really need to see me today, but I'm wearing a collared shirt. That counts for something, right? Counts for something today. Hold on, really quick. Let me make sure everybody's got a what's up. I was just sitting here trying to figure out why the US dollar South African rand had been under such pressure. Hold on 1 second. Had it been under such pressure today, and with stocks kind of petering out, I thought the dollar South African rand would actually find some support earlier. It's finally starting to find a little bit of support down here. And the one thing I like about this, and this has kind of been on our radar for a while, my average for the rand is at 1496. Just so you guys know, that's I own it like literally right here. Okay, so let me just kind of put that in there. But I own it right around, let's just say roughly around here. One of the things I like about this, though, is you got this little minor trend line, very, very minor. Got a little false breakdown today, and I'm just talking very intraday, guys. And we're flirting with a big trend line, and this is something K-Man in our chat room brought to my attention a few days ago, and it has indeed stalled the US dollar South African rand. I mean, we were up here, and I think I sold my original position from playing on the long side, above the 200-day moving average. I think it was like a week or two ago, or maybe 2 weeks ago. I got out of it, around the 1510 level, and it hasn't moved much. Now, think about this really quick. And let me ask you this question. How many of you trade the US dollar South African rand? You can use, I don't think we have a, do we have a, do I have a, ooh, raise your hand. You can raise a hand. Raise a hand. Malia, you trade the South African rand. You're the only one? Really? Really? That's it? Craig, you do? Cool. Cool. Okay, so now I'm speaking to two of you guys. That's it. That's it. No one else. All right. So if you trade the US dollar South African rand, which I do, and by the way, so everybody's in chat says Dimitri does, Andrea doesn't, some of you. Craig said once this year. Okay. And Pifron said quite rarely with the smiley face. I like to trade it. The reason why I like to trade it is because of the volatility. It's like the peso. These emerging market currencies, they've been, I want to say, my saving grace in this year, because when the volatility is so low, it's like, okay, what am I going to find that moves, right? The South African rand is one of those. One of the things that I have to point out is we've had a big bounce in equities. The rand hasn't gone anywhere. It really hasn't. So if you look at the stock market over the course of the last couple of days, we bounced, and we're a little higher than I thought we were going to reach. I thought we'd be capped at this 44.22. We've been as high as 44.31. I think we're kind of starting to ease off a little bit now, and maybe we are in a descending wedge forming potentially, right? So if that's the case, and let's just say the market comes back down again, then I would think the dollar rand pops back up towards this 1510 level. So that's something that I'm paying attention to right now, is that, it's holding up pretty well in the face of the market rally. So that's number one. Dollar Mexican peso. I also have to point this one out. I sold my dollar Mexican peso for a loss today. I know a couple of you guys were trading it. I bought it yesterday at, my average was at 69, right around here, I guess. So I have to admit, my entry was pretty crappy. And I sold it this morning, like at 62, basically where we're at right now. So I took a little bit of a loss there, but I also picked up the Euro Mexican peso down here at this 23.73 is my average. Oh, I guess I picked it up here. I thought my average was lower than that. But anyway, so I picked up some Euro Mex. So basically what I did is I swapped out my dollar Mexican peso for Euro Mexican peso because I'm removing dollars from my, I'm still have some dollar long. So don't think I'm all just getting rid of dollars. But in this particular pair, I wanted to have Mexican peso exposure. I just didn't want to have the dollar exposure alongside of it because I've got some dollar longs that I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with over the course of the next, 12 hours or so. So, but I do think that the Euro Mex is one that's, we get a good daily close above the 200-day moving average. And that's kind of where I want to be. Right. Dimitri said, the ZAR looks like an inverted head and shoulder weekly. Let's take a look. It does. Yeah. I mean, I'd go with that. I mean, hell, we could do this. And then do this. Do this and do that. Do it like that. Something like that. I think, probably a pretty valid way to look at it. Personally, if this starts to get up and go, we get above this 1540 level, I do want to be long a little bit more. If I don't have my position on, I'll want to add to, I want to establish a new long. Gotcha, Raj. You're all good. Alan says Salma slaps a lot. She does. Okay. Let's talk about the rest of the market. So the euros, notice how the euro is just consolidating at these lower levels, still trading really heavy here. We had the euro Aussie get towards support. Now, I ultimately thought we were coming down to the 200-day moving average. I thought we would actually bounce today at the 127% extension. Hasn't been the case, but if I was trading the euro Aussie, which I'm not, because this is a risk off type of trade, so I've got too much of that going on right now. The 78% retracement is right here, so you probably do have some relatively good support between where we're currently at and the 200-day moving average. So for those of you that are like, you've been aching on getting some Euro Aussie long exposure, this might be the place. I'm just saying. I'm not going to do it because I'm a little irked by my Euro Sterling trade. So Euro Sterling, my cost average for the Euro Sterling is 85.36, and so up here, I sold some last week, or whenever before I left to go to California. I sold some up here above 86. I started adding back to it down here where I thought the 618 was support. I'm a little worried about it if we close below 85. So if we have a weekly close below here, I'm not going to be, I don't know if I'm going to stick around. I might just cut my losses and, move on with my life. Because you guys know I've been playing this false breakdown right here. And I was able to book some profits, but now it's like, I don't know, I'm not feeling so good. Jamie, I just looked at the Euro Aussie. Did you get that? Catherine asked Blake, am I still short or short? Yes. Bearish the Canadian yen. Yes. So I made 52 pips in this yesterday. I sold it here, bought it back here. Then I started selling again at 88.18, like over here. And now I'm not so happy with it. So what I made yesterday, I'm basically giving back today. And I'm looking at it as an ascending wedge. I'd like to see us close a little bit lower, but this damn crude oil is so strong. I hate to cut it right here, as we're up against maybe some wedge resistance, but I'm not comfortable with this at the moment. I'm just not. Let's see, anything else that it's really kind of, so let's talk a little bit about crude. Some of the traders were asking me in the chat room about, or no, I think Dom, I don't know if you're listening in. Dom was asking about what's caused this crude oil rally. My opinion is where's my crude? Oh, there it is. My opinion is it's just a very bullish trend. It's got a channel support, held it. We bounced quite aggressively from that. And as I sent out a tweet a little bit earlier, I think if we can close above 76.50, I think that's what bulls are looking at, because that's a big breakout point, right? Like 66.50, 77. The bulls want to hold that. So I think where we close tomorrow is going to be really important. Look at this dollar Mexican peso. Man, it's still got some giddy up and go, doesn't it? Holy cow. That's surprising. But anyway, I think the crude's just in a very, very bullish trend. And today was like a buying opportunity where people said, okay, well, technically speaking, I got a lot of support. See, we're at the bottom of that zone. I got a lot of support here. It's a previous breakout point, a lot of support, channel support. So, if you want to be long into the bullish trend, that's the place to do it. Now, what turns crude bearish from here, like near term, would be a break back below today's lows. So that's what, 75. So if you guys trade crude, that's kind of, I think, the thought process you should probably have with crude. Gets below. So, and this is another way to think about it too. We get below 75. Maybe that's your cue that if you don't have any Canadian short exposure, you short Canadian, or maybe you don't have any Norway short exposure, you start shorting Norway, right? Andrea asked, Blake, can you look at the pound dollar? I will. I have very little opinion about the pound itself, like the cable. I still think that this is pretty good resistance because this is the 50% retracement, right? Here, let me move this over. Shoot, that's not what I want to do. I'll get rid of that. Oh, no, I don't want to get rid of that. And I'll tell you why. Okay, you know what? I just want to, there it is. Okay. So I still think that's pretty big resistance because that was a, previous support over here. So you can see how it's holding up. This is one of those things that, if tomorrow, okay, the dollar weakens, let's say, the euro tries to break above 116, I think the sterling could really squeeze. So I think it's set up for a squeeze. Would I like it if the sterling squeezed? No, but because I have euro sterling longs, but I think it's like flirting with pretty good resistance. And Alan says Aussie has some strength, just a bit of rise on. Yeah, and same with the Aussie. I mean, if the Aussie gets above 73.25, I mean, that's going to be a big breakout, I think. So and I can see it right now. Dollar bears are salivating, right? They're just like, dude, give me a really weak number tomorrow, and I'm going to lay into a dollar shorts all over the place. But what is the unexpected trade for tomorrow? What do you guys think? I'm going to ask you this, and then we're going to go. I'm going to roll out. So, what do you think is the biggest risk tomorrow? What do you guys think? Alan, I agree with you. I think the risk is that we get a really big number and people go, holy crap, this US economy is super strong. Fed's going to have to raise rates. Rates are going to go higher and the dollar is going to break out. I think that's the risk tomorrow. So I think the risk is that, we get a big breakout above, above resist, or excuse me, back to the dollar index here. We get a big breakout above this 94.50 and we squeeze the crap out of the dollar. I think we start following rates higher, like here's the 30-year, right? Here's the daily chart, right? Here's the 30-year. Here's the 10-year. Here's even the shorter end of the curve. I mean, rates go up on a strong number tomorrow. This dollar is going to break higher. And I think that's the unexpected trade. And that's the one I want to lean into tomorrow. Hey, I'm going to give you guys another little secret really quick. How many of you guys watch these videos? Because you can't attend them always, these recorded ones that's just for us, Forex Analytix people. How many of you guys go to YouTube sometimes and say, oh, I'm going to catch up with that later on YouTube? You guys do that every once in a while? Some of you guys do it. I know like Angela does all the time. Malia does. Yeah. Lorraine. Okay. So the reason why I'm going to mention this is you're not going to be able to do that soon. This is where you're going to have to go. Get the app, the mobile app, right? Come over here to the bell notifications. Do you see how it says the European crossover is here? Here's the daily roundup. You guys see all that? This is where you're going to have to access those. Do you know why? Because we don't want to give these videos to everybody. We want them just for you. I know some people can go back, like anybody can go back. If I'm not a Forex Analytix subscriber, I can go and watch today's daily roundup. I can watch it like tomorrow and kind of see what Blake says and how he feels, or, Steve or whoever else is, doing these webinars. But, you will be able to access them from here. Do you see how you click on the link? See that? Hold on. Alan says, I don't think we can do that from the app. Let me just double check. You might have to do it from the desktop. The reason why we're doing this, and I'm looking for different solutions. Sorry, I'm just pulling up the app. Ah, damn it. Hold on. Passwords, face. Sorry. You know what I'm going to probably do? What I'm going to have them do is I'm going to put it here in the. You'll see it on the app. It's here on the app, but where it says updates timeline, which is actually the middle button right there. If you're looking at the app, we'll probably put the link there, right? So that and they'll go up at their normal times, Lorraine. We just want to make these videos exclusive for you guys and gals. That's it. I don't want, we kind of had a meeting about it, and I just don't want other people seeing this stuff. Right. Okay. So just letting you guys know that. And that's there's no like hard date, but it's probably like, just think like the beginning of the week. You're probably going to start seeing just that. So that means you're going to have the link specifically to access that video. No one else is going to be able to do that. Anyway, Tom says, I agree with this policy. Andrea says, psh, okay. So, hey, I just want to thank you guys and gals for your continued support. I'll continue making that announcement over the course of the next couple of days before we make a hard change. So, okay. You guys and gals, have a great one. Thank you so much. And tomorrow I'll see you for the non-farm payroll. I'll be here. I'll be trading. Have a great evening or night or day if you're in Asia. See you later.